Welcome to 2024. Wishing you and your family a very happy new year. And what a way to start this new year with the GLS. This is the facelift version of the S-Class of SUVs. Now, the GL series are basically luxury SUVs from Mercedes across the globe. And in India, they have various versions of GL lineup. Last year, I drove the GLC in beautiful Hampi, and then after a few months, I had the GLE in Delhi NCR. And now, the flagship of the GL range, the GLS. Apart from this, Merc also sells the GLA and the GLB. So, the Indian market basically has the entry-level GLA, then GLB, GLC, GLE and the biggest, the GLS model. Now, before I move further, guys, a lot of action is happening in the month of January, from the new Hyundai Creta to the new Kia Sonet and a lot more. For all the updates, you can join me on my social media handles. I am on Instagram, I am on Twitter, and I also have a personalized WhatsApp group. The links to all these handles are currently in the description section below. Now, the pricing first. The Maybach version of the GLS might not be coming as of now, but this one is available in two versions. There is a petrol and there is a diesel. The pricing coming up for you guys. At less than 20% over the price of the GLE, the GLS from 1.32 CR makes for a great pricing package. The diesel one is yours for 1.37 crore. These prices are ex-showroom Delhi. Now, we are in the first week of January and the entire North Indian belt is reeling under a cold wave, and hence my oversized coat. It is very cold right now. Now, I've broken down the entire video into various parts. You can jump to a particular section on the timeline you see, but I urge you to remain with me for the entire video because there might be a few surprise elements from the GLS for you. The first segment is the design of the GLS. This is not an all-new car, it's more of a facelift, and hence the changes are restricted to only 4 or 5 things. The main thing is the grille. This is more like inspired from the G-Wagon, gives the GLS more of a bolder appeal in my opinion. The bumper is redesigned and so is the headlight over here. The DRLs and the LEDs for both the headlight and the taillight at the back are redesigned. So gives the GLS more of a fresh appeal in the segment. This is a massive vehicle, and standalone, these are big wheels. These are 21-inch alloy wheels, but given the size of the GLS, they fit in pretty well. Now, the GLS is available in 5 colors for the Indian market. You have a shade of blue, you see right over here is the marketing shade. You have black, you have white, you have silver, and you have grey. At the back, I want to show to you this whole silhouette remains same as the older GLS, which was on sale for the last couple of years, and the element for the tail lights gives it more of a fresh appeal. This is something I love. 3 main LED insights over here, and of course then the mentioning of the version, the GLS 450, it's 4MATIC and the Merc logo and twin exhaust outlets just to give it more of a meaner look and to give you a hint of things under the bonnet. So this quickly wraps up the exteriors for us, and now look at this. Like the S-Class, you have the soft touch, soft closing of the doors for all the 4 doors. Basically, if you don't close it properly, if you leave it like this, the motors will take the doors inside. All the 4 doors has the same function. Now, like the exteriors of the new GLS, even the interiors have a few updates. For example, the new style of steering wheel, just like the other GL models, also has the soft touch buttons over here. No particular physical button to press, but the touch reception works very well. And then you have the updated MBUX system, which means basically wirelessly you can now connect to CarPlay or Android Auto depending upon the phone you have. You also have an updated bomb assist system with 9 speakers and output of 590 watts. Other add-ons, well, these windows, all the 4 doors, they are laminated and they also have acoustic film, which basically means the outside world remains outside. These also have the UV protection from the rays, and to an extent they will prevent the car from heating up under the sun. So small elements can go a long way in making your ownership experience feel nice. What will also make you feel nice are the angular AC vents with the chrome inserts. These give you a sense of the Maybach GLS, which was on sale till recently. Other things, well, on the move off the road, if you want, you can basically grab these handles over here to remain in place. They look nice. For the interior color combination, Merc is offering you 3 options. We are in the brown and black, you have the all black, and you have the beige and black as well. So this basically wraps up the front of the the first row of the GLS from the driver's perspective. The driving perspective I'll come to in a few minutes time. But anyways, let's go to the second row to give you a sense of what owners can expect if they are chauffeur driven. Now this is the S class of SUVs in India, and this means comfort levels or the features or the space on offer. And then as an owner, you can control a lot of things. For example, sitting right over here with the button, I can actually close the shade for the sunroof or open it. I can even take the sun blind down like this or up for both the doors. I can even take the co-driver seat ahead with the button placed over here. And then the multiple screens, you have two screens over here and a third one like a tablet, which basically you can detach, take it out right from here and use it. You have a fast wireless charging function right over here with support up to 100 watts. And then for cooling functionality, you have the AC air coming in from this part, from the doors and from the ceiling over here. I told you it also supports you the soft closing function, so just no need to just jam the doors inside, leave them and the motors will suck the doors inside. Three color option, this is the best of the pick, the brown and black, and ultimately the S class of SUVs, the GLS, will not disappoint you at this price point. So with the tablet, you can control a lot of functions. For example, I can control the climate control for the second row as well as for the third row seats, and the same is displayed on the screen above me, ahead of me, or I can also have this on the right side screen by pressing the buttons over here. So this has a lot of inbuilt functionality. In case you don't want to go and reach out to the screen in front of you, you can do all that from the seat positioning to the ambient lights right from this tablet. By the way, just like the front seats, even the rear, both the seats are powered from the buttons right over here. Okay, so not the best of places for an adult like me, but for kids in your family, if you're traveling even on a weekend trip, I think the kids would be more than happy over here. Why? I stand 6 feet tall and I still have room left above my head. So headroom is there, and I think if the kids sit over here, their knees will be around this part. So that means for kids, for two people, this is not a bad place. You have the speakers right over here, you have the AC vents right over here, you have charging outlets, and you have the cup holder. So this is where your kids can be placed on even a weekend trip of 3-4 hours from your town. So while the last row might not be good for adults, adults or owners will be happy to see the space over here. Even with the 3 rows in place, you can have a couple of soft, medium-sized soft bags or trolleys on this part, and then a few party tricks. By touch of a button, you can actually recline the third row as well as the second row, and also take the car slightly down to put in luggage. And before you ask, no, this is not a full-size spare wheel. It is a space saver, but this compartment has more areas to keep small soft bags over here on the move. And now on the heart of the GLS. I told you it's available with both petrol and diesel. We have the petrol for the review. The diesel one is the most powerful diesel that Merc sells anywhere in the world, and for the new GLS, the power figure has gone up. Both the petrol and diesel also get the ISG or the integrated starter generator system, which we have seen in the GLE previously as well. This petrol motor puts out 375 bhp of power and 500 Nm of torque. If this isn't enough, well, the extra punch, the power and torque from the ISG is significant. For example, torque is as much as 200 Nm, and this ISG picture comes into the picture whenever you want it. For example, while sprinting from 0 to 100 in a heavy 3-row SUV, the timing is only 6.1 seconds. Now, as is the case with the GLE, even the GLS comes to you with a 9-speed automatic gearbox, and of course, power can go to all the 4 wheels via the 4MATIC setup. How is the car to drive from a driver's perspective? Well, let's get going. Right then, the driving part of the GLS, the smile is there for a reason. A few features first, of course, is a 3-liter turbocharged engine. It's a twin-scroll turbocharger setup. Efficient direct injection technology, and very importantly, it's got 6 cylinders, so that just adds to the creamy feel of the motor. In regular driving conditions, even if you're seated up front over here, you can't hear the engine. It is so silent. So as a chauffeur driven car, you'll have complete peace on the inside. That is a level of insulation, the NVH packing, and of course the special acoustic glasses. So the noise levels on the inside are terrifically low, shockingly very low. Loads in power and torque and offer. The turbo lag is really very minimal, and with the ISE setup you have the extra power and torque coming in whenever you want that to happen. On paper, MBUX says 0 to 100 is 6.1 seconds. That's super quick for what is a long, heavy 3-row SUV. But is that possible? So first of all, the run coming up on your screen. That is pretty quick, right? But apart from that, even if your chauffeur is driving the car or you driving the car, because the gear changes are so seamless, the 9-speed gearbox seems to work wonders. It's so seamless. There are no really judders or the shifting feel that you can feel on the inside as a driver or a passenger when you're driving the car normally. By the way, there is no sport mode over here. There is the eco and the comfort and the off-road. Again, something we saw in the GLE, the sport mode is missing. So for enthusiasts who seek pure driving thrills, maybe that will be a bit of a disappointment, but I'm very sure that over 95% of buyers or owners of the GLS are not looking at the sport mode. There is the off-road mode with the transparent bonnet setup, again something we saw in the GLC last year. Basically with the cameras in place, it gives you a virtual view of what's happening under the bonnet in case you're driving over obstacles. That is very user friendly. More features have coming, including the active park assist and a lot of features also in the ADAS setup. For example, there is active start and go possibility in traffic. So if your adaptive cruise control is on and the traffic is coming to a standstill and then moving, you don't have to give any input from the right pedal. The GLS will do that for you. Big SUVs are usually known for the comfort level, and the GLS is no different. In both the eco and the comfort mode, the ride is very good. It's plush, slightly on the Volvo side, but if you just drive the car for a couple of hours, you get used to the extra bulk on offer, and then you can start attacking corners if you feel like so. Ride or the comfort levels are really up there with the best. I keep on saying it is the S class of SUVs, and for this very reason. A driver's perspective, both the front seats are ventilated for the cooling effect or for the heating effect. They're also powered. The rear seats are also powered. So from a driver's perspective, getting into a good position is not too much of a concern. You also have the surround view camera coming in case you are in a tight spot. You can use that to get out of a situation. And as is the case with the GLE as well, you have the connected screens, and from driver's perspective, you can change the way the speedometer will look like from the classic or to the sporty one. Pedal shifters are there in case you want to take over control in traffic or on a weekend trip to the hills. You can very much do that. And the 9th gear, if you're driving the car sedately, can be activated. The car can go into the 9th gear at as low as 70 kmph. So for your mild munching abilities, this is an efficient setup, plus the 90-liter tank. This means even the petrol version will have a 1,000-kilometer range at highway speeds. If you're going for the diesel, you can expect over 1,500 or 1,600 kilometers range from the massive 90-liter fuel tank. Now before we move further, guys, the videos of the GLE and the GLC are live on my channel. The links are currently in the description section below. So after this video, do not forget to check out those videos as well. Time for the verdict, and before I proceed further, I know what you are thinking. The pricing definitely has gone up north. But when you look at the entire package, what's on offer versus the pricing, then it's completely justified. For example, the strong brand appeal of the 3-pointed star, the performance on offer, both the diesel and the petrol, the usable, feature-loaded, luxurious cabin and practical touches on the inside, and of course, the strong resale value. Then the pricing, even though it's on the higher side, is definitely justified. What is your opinion on the GLS? Well, I want to hear that, so let me know in the comment section below. And January and Feb are full of good reviews, rides and drives coming up on my channel. So stay tuned, and you know what to do. Do hit the subscribe button and of course the bell icon as well. Thank you for watching.